Ezra, show your face here, please. Willie's from Wicklow. The question I'm asking, would you tie in O'Brother and the loss of the great oak wood?
Yes, but you tried him, is that
It's got to be a
the local poet. Sorry, he was the local poet in the late 18th century. He was attached to Springfield.
Okay, the late, during the 1700s.
During the 1700s, yeah, and he was the poet attached to the then Fitzgerald family.
Are you on, William?
Yeah.
Okay, this can be edited later. I'm going to ask that question.
Go ahead, yeah, now.
And Mrs. Geary, we're here with the indigenous, what we call the indigenous community. There's no one here from Dúchas. This is a local community-based project. Dúchas are invited and welcome, but this is community-based. It's not based on any government department, as we said earlier, apart from co-funding of about 5,000 from LEADER, West Limerick Resources, Rural Development. Now, Mary, what's the connection between Cleanach Cussin's fine monument of O'Brother cut in Kilkenny limestone with the chopped oaks that he's walking out of a chopped down oak wood and the Arboretum project? What's the connection?
The connection would be all behind us here now, all the hills were all oak. It was an oak plantation. And O'Brother was the poet attached to the Fitzgerald family, then owned Springfield Castle. And he was very involved with the oak, wasn't he? Involved the oak plantation. You have to help me with that.
Well, the grown annum, or the nickname for the chief poet of Ireland, where Breton, Cornish and Galician poets came throughout the 12th century to Broadford, to the great poet school. The other name for the great poet of Ireland was the Crown Tucca, the protector of the oak wood, was the letters after O'Dowley's name and after O'Brother's name. So that with the loss of the oak wood and the collapse and the exportation and deportation to distant colonies of pipers, harpists, teachers, priests, bishops, MacEgan was hanged by his own tackle by the Cromwellian forces, that with the collapse of the Gaelic order, so also did the wilderness. The remnant wildwood of Ireland was cut down in the Elizabethan period, just as Indonesia took East Timor to cut down the last of the East Timorese sandalwood forests. Wherever empire pitches its arrogant tent, the first thing they take are the great woodlands of the people, so as to flush out the rebel faction. So the connection really is that the Arboretum is an attempt to replant the oak wood.
We focused the oak wood again.
We focus
the oak back into Broadford again.
Bring back the oak to Broadford. And tell me, would people in Broadford understand the importance of an oak tree? And what would be the importance, Mary, of an oak tree to us as a people? When Mary McAleese unveiled this monument on May 4th, she said, we're a woodland people. If we forget this, we have lost the plot. So the oak would be important because it gave us our Clonmacnoises, noises, it gave us our colloquially hands. Really. It's our essential heritage. It's our wild heritage. 560 species of wildlife live on our oak tree. And of course, would Sitka spruce be of much use in the Arboretum, Mary? The conifers of the steeple.
Yes, it is.
Would the community like to see
no,
fast-growing softwoods?
No.
Okay.
No.
So the theme is hardwoods.
Mortal sin.
Mortal sin.
Cause
really to the community council, to my knowledge, by Dr. Mauro O'Donnell.
And the curate Tim Curtin.
And Tim Curtin about 6 or 8 years ago. And it actually evolved from that we realised that the quarry was available and it was of mortal value at all, and we decided to plant it.
That would be...
We decided to plant an arboretum. And truthfully, I don't think anyone knew the meaning of the word arboretum when we started. But we learned it. Isn't that true?
Yes. Yeah. Well, I would say that Broadford is unique. If you look at Eileen McCracken's researches on the wildwoods of Ireland in 1600, Broadford, the only path through Broadford was to the old abbey at Killochillyhan, described as dense oak wood that ran from the Mullaher Ryark to the town of Cashel. and this was a very wild place. There was wild boar, which was central in the diet of the people. Well, wild bears up to the 3rd or 4th century. The country was covered in wolves, and of course when Cromwell arrived near here, he said, "Let me see no tree that I might hang him on." And he gave 10 shillings for every dead female wolf and wolfhound. The wolfhound, of course, was the symbol of the Gaelic chieftain. And when Cromwell began to batter the round towers and criminalise the possession of a harp, it was a criminal offence to possess a pipe or a harp in Ireland, a bit like the ancient Britons that poured in here from Germany during 1798. It was declared a treason to utter one word of Irish, whereas 75% of the indigenous peoples of Ireland spoke no English. So that we had a problem there because speaking Irish was then declared treason. And of course the symbology, the huge symbols behind this monument, very, very important. It was believed by Cromwell that if all of the oaks could be removed, that the Irish would become loyal subjects of the Protestant throne. As so long as there's an oak standing, according to O'Bruder, there would be rebellion in Ireland. And what we're doing here today is we're planting more native oak. Okay, thanks, Willie.